So, one of the things over the past couple of years that we've always created is something that I wish I had when I was running my first agency. And I always believe that if you can find your tribe, if you can find your community, you can actually grow faster. And that's why we've created our community, our masterminds. And I've always been looking for one for me to join personally in order to, keep leveling up and keep being surrounded by amazing people. And it's been so hard to find. And a lot of you probably would agree. So I was actually chatting with a strategic partner the other day, and they said, "Hey, you should check out this one group." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Checked it out. I applied, which I believe everyone, like every great community, should go apply. But the one thing that really kind of set me off was, oh, we have 11,000 applications and there's an 11-month waiting list. And I was like, okay, well, I'll probably get an email in 5 hours. You're approved. And surprise, 6 hours later, I get an email. You're approved. And I was like, okay. So then I go to the calendar to book a spot. Dude, it's wide open. Like literally I can book a time the next day in the morning. So I was like, all right, I'll book at 7 a.m. on my time. So I book it. I'm waiting. 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes go by. They don't show. I'm literally laughing my ass off going, really? Like, what kind of organization is this? So then the person's like, oh, I got the times wrong. So I'm like, okay. Which if you miss a meeting with me, you're late on a meeting, I never reschedule. But I wanted to learn more about this so-called amazing elite mastermind. Get on the call. It's a nice gentleman. And it seems like he made an honest mistake. And I asked him, I said, is the waiting list total bullshit? Like, is this marketing speak? Because they were like, we have 900 members in 2 years. I'm like, all right, I smell some kind of bullshit here. And he's like, oh no, there's always this wait. And they kind of danced around it and just was selling me the whole time. And then was like, well, the founders need to review your app and all this. And I'm like, this is not for me. Just the transparency, like their big core value is transparency, but they're not going to be transparent with you at the very beginning. And they're really salesy. So what I want you all to learn from this is a couple of things. You should always look for your tribe, your community. If it's mine, great. If it's someone else's, no problem. But you should be, because it's very lonely to do it by yourself. And to do the easiest job in the world is the hardest by doing it by yourself. But doing the hardest job with a group of like-minded people is enjoyable and easier. So you should look for your community. The other is be totally transparent and don't say you have a waiting list if you don't have a waiting list just to make it look exclusive and all of that. Just be honest and say, this is what we got. This is how we can help. And I think you'll be a lot more successful. So I'd love to know your thoughts on, have you been able to find your tribe, your community? Have you witnessed the bad marketing of, I have a waiting list and these are all the people? I'd love to hear your comments below. And until next time, have a swank day.